I'm live. I'm live. Oh, good morning. I feel a little like I have crazy summer hair this morning. I have some bad news and good news for you today. The bad news is there is no magic pill, and you can't outsource your video, right? And so it makes it really hard if you're not confident on camera to show up and be visible, which is so important for the growth of your business. And that's why we're here. I want to help you show up on camera and nail your marketing message on video. I want you to feel secure on how you look and sound. So many times we get so caught up, by the way, it's perfectionist Patty. She's sitting on your shoulder. Nobody cares how you look or sound, but we'll get there, right? And I want you to be able to effortlessly talk about what you do and what you have to offer on video, right? So you can go from unknown to sought after. And really, that is the beauty of video, right? So I want to talk about my video framework, right? It's simple, it's stupid in its simplicity, but it's not really that easy to get there if you're trying on your own. And that is it's commitment plus clarity plus consistency, right? And the clarity and the consistency, those are how you become confident on camera, and not just like forward facing camera, but confident again, talking about your marketing message and how to promote yourself through video. Because I see so many people who are really the experts at what they do, but they are not really very good about talking or promoting themselves, right? And that's the problem. If you don't say, I have an offer, how are people supposed to know you have an offer? But again, I want you to do it in a way that feels good to you, right? And that's part of the problem. Part of what you're being fed online is just show up and do it, not a Nike commercial. If it were that easy, everybody would be awesome on camera and showing up and nailing it, right? It's not that easy. Or they tell you that, you have to go live and you have to be live for 30 minutes and everybody has to be on there with you. It's BS. It's a pile of poop. And so I want to share with you your easy button to camera confidence. And I always forget to put this here. It's like, Tamara's live with me. Good morning, sunshine. Wow. And it's really, 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 really early for you. So, your easy button to camera confidence is live video. I just saw a bunch of you go like, oh, you cringed. I can see it, right? But it really is the easiest way to get started with all kinds of videos. It is so forgiving. It is human to human connection. And it's what your audience prefers. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, right? And it is the easiest way to turn an audience of strangers into an audience of superfans, even if no one is on live with you. What did she just say? That's right. Even if no one's on live with you. Live video done well. That's the little caveat, right? You got to do your live videos well. It lays the foundation for video confidence. So my students and my clients, they tell me they show up live, right? They learn how to go live with confidence. And then they come back to me and they're like, oh my gosh, my pre-recorded videos are easier. I'm closing sales calls because I'm much more confident talking about my marketing message and my offer, right? My webinars are better. My trainings on Zoom, my Zoom trainings are better, right? And even your course videos get way, way easier. And it all starts with live video. But here's the thing, and I do want to make sure I look at the comments here. Hi, Darren, number one fan here. Pile of poo. That's right, Tamara. Darren, you're not a pile of poo. Tamara said pile of poo, and that is what you're being fed today, right? And so here's what I want you to hear when it comes to confidence on camera: is your confidence comes from going live. You don't need the confidence first, right? And there are two concepts I need you to understand. And although they're not rocket science, people really want to skip over them. Right. So Tamara says, from someone who hated, and she spelled it out all in caps, so she really hated it, who hated live video, to going live every week. I am qualified to tell everybody that live video launchpad works. And it really does. I mean, and it's amazing how quickly, but we're jumping ahead. Tamara, we're jumping ahead, right? So the two concepts are the expectation gap and embracing the suck. And so the expectation gap is, here's where you are with video, right? And here's where you want to be with video. And what's in between is your expectation gap. And what I mean by that is you are here. Nope, wait, sorry. You're here. You're new, right? But you simply want to show up live and be here. And it doesn't work that way. I want you to show up like that too, but that's not how it works, right? And that gap is not nearly as big as you think it is. I'd say it's probably actually here, and Tamara would agree. And I'm going to say Darren would agree. He went live for the first time the other day, right? So you're here, and how do you get here? Well, you have to embrace the suck. And I'm sorry, but you have to just be a beginner. And again, ripping off that band-aid, the folks who I teach a live video launchpad, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, but every single person gets in there and says the same thing. Oh, that wasn't nearly as bad, right? They might have been really nervous before. They might have been really, really scared to hit those go live buttons. They might be not sure what they're supposed to be talking about, which we cover all in Live Video Launchpad. But they all say the same thing, which is like, oh my gosh, why did I wait so long? By the way, Tamara, I'm so glad you're on here, because why did I wait so long is exactly what Tamara said to me. So you have to embrace the suck. And here's the thing. You are not going to suck for very long, especially if you stick with me, right? Because once you get comfortable, once you start doing it consistently, once you commit, does anybody see how this is like the framework for my videos, right? Once you do all those things, then it's just a matter of lather, rinse, and repeat, right? You're not going to be embracing the suck for long. You're not going to be a beginner for long. But in order to get good at video, you have to make videos, right? So many times people come to me and they're like, I bought this great video course. And I believe, again, I believe the intention of the course was good. And I believe the intention of the buyer was good. But when you are watching videos about videos, and you're just hoping that magically you'll start making videos, it doesn't work that way. You need accountability. You need feedback from a pro, preferably, right? Like you need feedback on your video so you get better. You suck a little, you get better. You suck a little less, you get better. You suck a little less, you get better. I know, isn't that fun? And here's a really fun thing I've been talking about, and maybe you caught it on my last live, but with live video, and this is why I love live video, you're creating your own stage. And there's a phenomenon that I am now calling the Gregory effect, named after Aurora Gregory. Someone can tag her here in this live, but she is an expert on pitching stages. And so she said, whether you are on a physical stage, right, you're live in person with people, or you're virtual, the person holding the mic, that means showing up on virtual or you're on stage holding the mic, you are instantly perceived as the authority on whatever it is you're talking about. So even if someone just sees your face on video, how many of you have, like, maybe you didn't hone in on every single live I've done, but I get recognized as the video lady all the time. That's what I want, right? You're instantly perceived as the authority. And so even if they don't stick on your video that first time for very long, you become memorable. You become the expert in their mind. And that's what we want. We want people to, Penelope, I'm so glad you're here. Penelope is going to be the bear lady, right? So viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch in a video. So right now, you're going to remember 95% of what you're watching right now. And that is superhuman. That's awesome. Compared to 10% when reading it in text. But where does everybody focus their marketing efforts? Newsletters, text, blogs, text, posts, text, email, text, all things I love, but not in place of video. And here's something I want you to understand. It's not that I'm saying don't do those things. I want you to do those things, but I want you to prioritize video, and you don't need to be doing all of those things, right? And you can use those things to drive people to your videos. But so I really want today, if you hear nothing else, I want you to prioritize video. And again, I hear people say it again and again, I don't like to consume video, so I don't need to show up on video. Wah, 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 wah. What did I just say about taking the stage and becoming an expert? So even though you may not like consuming video, and maybe there's a few people who don't like to, again, you need to show up and show your face so people recognize you, so that you become memorable. So whether you like consuming video or not, you still need to include it as a major part of your marketing. And if you're still not sure, and you're thinking, you know what, though, I'll just pre-record and upload. Nope, because your audience actually wants you to be live. And how do I know that? Oh, I'm just psychic. No, there is a study and they said that users will spend 4 times longer on live videos, right? So they'll spend 4 times longer on a live video than a pre-recorded video, even if it's a replay. And I'm going to give you a second to think about that. Even if the live video is a replay. So everybody watching this on a live on a replay is likely to stay 4 times longer than if I just recorded this and uploaded this. Why is that? There is an energy to live video that you simply cannot duplicate on pre-recorded. I am really good on video now. Didn't start that way. I started like you. I was like a scared cat in a cardboard box, right? But live video has an energy to it and you really cannot duplicate that. Maybe you'll get close, but your audience knows. And this comes in handy. I talk all the time about creating an audience using live video, even if no one is on with you. That's where this becomes important because you're going to show up live. Right now, if no one were on with me, I would deliver this the same exact way. And then I would use this video to go grab people who watch my video in the background and collect them. And it's amazing. We talk about that in Live Video Launchpad. And they even have a super awesome bonus, but I'm jumping ahead. Oh, wait, but no, I want to invite you to Live Video Launchpad. Now, maybe you've already joined Live Video Launchpad. If so, you get to take part again. That is one of the awesome bonuses that is part of Live Video Launchpad is every time I run this, if you enrolled once, you can take part again. And so that's the momentum, the accountability, the feedback. You get that constantly throughout the year, right? So Live Video Launchpad is your ticket to confidence. And again, it's confidence on camera, right? That easy button to showing up on camera and being like, okay, I got this. But also showing up in the world so people recognize you as the person they trust. And what does trust get you? They want to invest with you, right? So Live Video Launchpad was designed to dramatically reduce the time it takes to learn video. That's my expectation gap in case you came in late, right? It dramatically reduces that expectation gap. So you can go from, man, I'm not so confident on video or I've never done it before to I've got this in 10 days. Now, before you freak out, before you're like, oh, I can't 10 days. I can't do this in 10 days. You know what, Tracy, if you were to say it was a 30-day course, I'd totally be in there. No, you wouldn't. And yes, you can. You can do this in 10 days. And this course started, Live Video Launchpad started, it was even named something else. It was a 30-day training. And you know what happened? It was too long. People lost momentum. They allowed Perfectionist Patty to show up midway through. And then we didn't get the results I wanted. I knew the material worked, so I made it 10 days. And I have to you're going to have to lean in and trust me when I tell you these 10 days are curated in a way that will have you thinking, oh my gosh, why did I wait so long? And again, I realize I'm ignoring my comments over here. I'm so sorry, everybody. Sarah Jane, so good, so worth it. Yeah, so worth it, so worth it, so worth it. Yeah. So everybody on here is telling you to do it. Do it. You don't want FOMO. So what really makes this different though is the level of hand-holding and direct feedback you get from me. Because remember, I talked about like, this is not a spectator sport. This is not the course you buy where you watch videos about videos and hope that it magically sinks in and you're suddenly like going live and you're great at video. No, you are going to get good at live video in my course, regardless of where you are now. And you just have to commit 10 to 15 minutes a day for those 10 days. And we start on June 20th, which is Monday. But I just want to dip in here. That doesn't mean you and I are going to be hanging out for 240 hours. No, that 10 to 15 minutes, some of it you're going through the modules, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but some of them are just going through the modules, and then you spend 5 minutes a day in our private group. That's why this works. Are you going live for 5 minutes? Absolutely not. You go live every other day with prompts that I give you. They are fun. They are engaging. They're done in the safe cocoon of our Facebook group, right? You go live for like 30 seconds, a minute. The rest of the time, you're looking at other people's videos and you're supporting them and you're commenting because that helps people, right? You're the engagement. I am the feedback. So again, it's 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes a day on the whole. And I have to ask you, like, is your business worth that for 10 days, right? And so all of this happens in the safety of our group. And it works because you have uninterrupted access to me, right? So again, I give you a really fun prompt. And in the past, we've done stuff like, What's your favorite book and why should I buy it? So people are showing up in the book. My favorite is Jennifer Miller, who actually went in a snowstorm, in a rainstorm in Florida, went to Barnes and Noble, bought the book, and sat in the car and did her live. And it was the most engaging one. And then she was like, and the first person to comment. So, like, this was like one of her first lives, right? But there's no pressure when we do fun stuff like that. And then we move on to, storytelling, hooks, CTAs, scroll stopping descriptions, right? All of that happens within the 10 days, but it doesn't start there, right? So I have to ask you again, you go live, I give you feedback. You go live, I give you feedback. You go live, I give you feedback. Each time you're getting better. Each time that expectation gap is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And so I want to ask you, what would you pay to have direct access to an Emmy nominated video pro for 10 full days? That's your feedback. That's your accountability. That is how you are going to get good at video. And again, yes, we start with live videos, but that doesn't mean you're not going to get good at all of your videos. It's just the launch pad. So even if you're like, I'm not really sure live videos where I'm going to go with this is how you get confident on camera. What did I say? I said today was your easy button to camera confidence, and it is. The answer is live video. So when you enroll, livevideolaunchpad.com, you get 4 core modules. You go through them at your own pace, right? This is not, I will tell you, like, on day 1, we start together. What does that mean? June 20th, Monday, you get an email. That's all you have to do. I'll say, go through module 1. It's short because I'm going to teach you exactly the button sequence to go live inside of the group and go live in general, right? So you go live in the group. There's no guessing. You don't have to figure anything out. I've got you. And you will be cohort 12. There are 11 cohorts before you. So we have really dialed this in, right? And then the community supports you. It's a private community. And in that 10 days, you'll go live 5 times, right? So you get an email every single day. It's so well thought through. I must say so myself, right? Because this is setting you up for success. And you also get 2 opportunities within those 10 days to hop on with a live Q&A with me. And they're at 2 different times because we have people from all over the world: New Zealand, Hong Kong, Australia, UK, Canada. Oh, the Canadians love me, right? So you get 2 opportunities. And if you can't make it live to the Q&A sessions, it's no big deal. You submit your question, I answer it live, and it lives in the portal, right? You also get full access to any resources now and in the future. I always add them in there, right? So you have cheat sheets, tutorials, guides, checklists, and it works because you're showing up and doing lives and getting personalized feedback, not happy clapper club. I'm not going to show up and your feedback is, it's great, you're good to go. That's not helpful for you, right? So all of this, uninterrupted time with me, how little time you actually have to commit each day, how fast you learn a new marketing skill, right? This is going to move your business forward, and it is going to up your confidence by leaps and bounds. And it is only $697. I am really trying to make this a no-brainer going into the summer. So again, we start on the 20th together. All that means is you have to show up for 1 minute in the Facebook group and go live, right? And then every other day from there. By the 29th of June, you will have a new marketing tool that is going to help you get more clients, build your list, and make you way more confident in every way, in everything visibility. I mean, come on, that's crazy town. It's crazy town. So what I want to remind you today also is, I'm getting a little sweaty. Can you guys see it? It's a little hot in here, a little humid. Yeah, I get excited talking about live video. Can you tell? Yeah. So anyway, so we start on the 20th, and I just want to, if you want to send me a PM or a DM or an email because you're not quite sure, listen, module 1, the tech. Module 2 is all about perfectionist Patty and your mindset. Module 3, what the heck am I supposed to talk about? Now, many of you have showed up for my pop-up class. Maybe you made it, maybe you didn't. It wasn't recorded, and we did the content wheel. That is included. And on top of the content wheel, so that's how you get all those brilliant and scattered ideas out of your head. On top of the content wheel, you also get a training with 40 video prompts in a Trello board. So you know like, oh, I could go live about this. And then you insert things from your content wheel in there, right? And that is all about bofu, mofu, tofu. And if you don't know what that is, you will by the end of the training, right? And then the fourth module is, I like to say, practice to connection, not practice to perfection, because there is no perfection in live video. This is why live video works. It is hey, Jenny, it is so forgiving. And it's the easiest way. And Jenny, I'm so glad that you popped on here, because Jenny and I were connected and we were on, and I was doing an interview for her amazing summit, which is coming up. And she said to me, the best launch she ever had is when she showed up live all the time. Now, Jenny hasn't taken LVL, but the fact that she knows that and she shows up, right? She knows the power of live video to establish her as the pro. Remember, people don't even need to be on your full live. They simply need to recognize you and say, like, oh, she's holding the mic, virtual mic. This is my virtual stage that I've created. And again, I have grown my business. My clients and students have grown their business using live video as a platform. So again, I'm here if you have questions. Jenny, I'm so excited you hopped on with me, but I really look forward to seeing a whole new cohort and all of you in Live Video Launchpad, because in just 10 days, this could be a game changer. And what people are saying about Live Video Launchpad is a common thread is the best money I have spent on my business by far. Remember, I've been running this since the beginning of 2020, and everybody says the same thing. Best bang for your buck. Best money I ever spent. You can't pay enough for camera confidence, and you only have to pay $697. So anyway, I look forward to seeing a whole host of you, and we get started on Monday. Let me know if you have any questions. You can put them in here and tag me, or you can email me at tracy@videoscriptsuccess.com. But otherwise, I want you hopping over to Live Video Launchpad. And because Tamara was on here live, I want you to acknowledge how awesome her page is. It's so beautiful and I love it, and it's hilarious. And it's so well designed. I hired Tamara after she took LVL and started going live and talking about what she did. I was like, I need that. So think about that. It happens all the time. I needed a funnel builder. She comes on and says, like, oh my gosh, I build funnels and here's my process. Well, we've been working together now for a year and a half, right? Steve Raju, hated video, went live once, did a $33,000 video. That's what we call it, because he went live in LinkedIn. It was not great, but the content was great. So he took information from his content wheel, module 3, right? And I said, go live. And he did. And he got recurring revenue from that, $33,000. It's not unusual stories. But again, he went live. I hired him. You see a theme here? You start talking about what you do, what you offer, how you can help people, and they want to hire you, but they don't know you exist unless you show up, unless you claim your stage. So I want to help you all claim your virtual stage, and I will see you inside of Live Video Launchpad. Have a great day, everybody.